Manchester United are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. He might be in here! Vieri! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Filippo. Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! Goal, Milan! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Ball is over the line. Kvaratskhelia.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Kvaratskhelia. Manchester United are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Strokes it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Vieri is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
A well cut. Goes for a shot! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square. Well, oh, what a mistake! He's away, and he shoots! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Milan go into the lead. Cruyff quietly revving up. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Vieri really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a little off target. Guti.
Guti really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Abe. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chips it through.
Great chance!
It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's picked his way through.
Big chance! It's a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
That was fabulous, the most... And it's half-time here.
Manchester United are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
And we're already back up and running after half-time. Searching pass he's played there.
Good read, needed to be.
Zanetti. Nice looking ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nice control.
And he's managed to get free. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter, there was absolutely no space to work with.
Guti. He's had a shot!
The attendance for this match was 71,000.
Rijkaard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Nicely spread. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that time...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Costa Curta. Zanetti. Costa Curta. Zanetti. Aimed beyond the defence. Zanetti.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 77, Kvaratskhelia. Coming on the field.
Best.
Is number 13, Bale.
Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. He's found a way through. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff gets flagged offside.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Best plays a sharp little ball here. Best is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Guti, and he's had it nicked away. Done delicately. Bale has it in a wide position.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Cruyff.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Roberto Carlos
Engages and forces him off the ball. It's a promising position.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on to replace him is number 20.
And there goes the final whistle.
A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top class...
He's got tall! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Neymar looks to get on the end of this. Best. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around.
And the finish! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Not the most accurate pass. Rodri. Arsenal looking to pass their way.
Goes for...
Maradona goes short, lofted in. He's picked his way through. Neymar. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. It's a throw-in. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Now, can they get him away? Well, that has not gone well.
Manchester United can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Thuram is there to clear. Deftly away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Quality ball. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first half thoughts?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Manchester United definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Manchester United are still that goal to the good. Beckenbauer could try cutting inside here.
Oh, really well played.
He's shifting through the gears here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. There's the header! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And now they can spring out of defence.
20,987.
And this is Van Basten. Van Basten proves just a little bit too strong.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
It's a pretty loose pass. Serginho.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Great vision. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, super find.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nice interception, well timed. And that has been clubbed away. Manchester United leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Oh, that's well spotted. Check punts it upfield.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's forced to go back.
Defending was strong and firm. And that will be the final act.
Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Best claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And that gets things running. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest, perhaps the greatest ever. European Player of the Year so many times. The first of those way back as a 22-year-old, Jim, in 2009.
Yeah, and it came after such a great season. Treble winners with his side, of course, capped off with a very memorable European win in Rome.
I remember him picking up his boot after losing it when scoring that goal. Everybody recalls that one.
Yeah, and for me, that game marked a whole new period of true excellence for Messi at both team and individual level.
Sure did. Pirlo. Hernes. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe is flagged offside. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Messi. That is a crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that face-to-face with the keeper. Tries from a long way out. No way through, so back it comes. And he's taking no chances there. Tries to... Nedved! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Eintracht Frankfurt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Nedved goes short. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. Goal! Manchester United! The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Manchester United.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
He gets big. Has another go. What a wonderful goal.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So, a breakthrough already.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And here's Hullet. Oh, it's a great...
Goes for a shot! They've done it! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Shoots! Goal, Italy! And the comeback is complete.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Italy go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Kvaratskhelia doing...
He rises!
Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Oh, good-looking ball. Robson. Costa Curta. Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Best. Oh, good spread. Rijkaard. Jordi Alba. No, that's been intercepted. Beckenbauer. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's been cut out, well played. And it's Messi. Kvaratskhelia. That's very neat. And the referee brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And we are back underway.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, that has not gone well. No, not quite on the same wavelength. So what can they make of this? Jordi Alba is always looking to play quality balls. He is through here. In it comes. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Jordi Alba. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Jordi Alba. And that's another throw. Jordi Alba. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Italy have their second corner now. Maldini gets it away. Rodri looking to play him in. Kvaratskhelia, very much a man of this moment. And no, that was never going to make it. Jordi Alba. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Mateus. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckenbauer. Well read, and the danger is averted.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Played back in. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Substitution.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good switch, that.
Pinches it off him. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's managed to get free. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And no, he's seen through all of that. And he's picked it up out wide. Bale's cross. Well, he's... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is. He's gone for goal! Now then, the ball's come loose. Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Now it's Haaland. Tries to pass it through. Zanetti calmly anticipates. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Distributed tidily. Looking to play him in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Haaland. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Bouten makes the interception. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? He's shifting through the gears here. Guti. Now it's Haaland. And that has been cut short. Played out wide. Lahm gets into some space. It's a mighty effort! Now, what about a counter-attack? India couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. And it's hoisted clear. Kvaratskhelia! Up he goes! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's in. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Best clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. He rises! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Manchester United really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Ambitious ball here. That's good vision. Casillas claims comfortably. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Raul looking for the run. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kvaratskhelia has it out wide and in space. Applies the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. And this is Bojan. Now it's Haaland. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Ronaldo looks to get on the end of this. And it's Guti. And he was quick to react. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's had a hit. He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Beckenbauer. Looking for options for movement. It's played through for him. He's on it. Can he get away? Best! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Best just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
He is through here. Good ball, good take. Kvaratskhelia! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 77.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Nice looking ball.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally...
Goes for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
DiMarco. Haaland chasing after it.
There will be 1 minute.
Now it's Haaland. Van Dijk gets a foot in and wins the ball. Oh, delightful ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that's it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Manchester United certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester.
And already we're underway here.
And he's had it nicked away. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, super find. He's found a way through.
Can he finish?
It's loose.
In for the pieces. Goal!
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Really well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Great chance! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has.
And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework.
He's scored!
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
India get themselves into the lead. Still very early doors, but it is a closely...
Shapes to shoot! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
And the shot! Chance for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Manchester United go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's shifting through the gears here. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester.
We have already started here.
And here's Eto'o. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
It's a promising position. Knocks it into space.
Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety.
India are looking to break at pace.
He is through here.
Now that is a hefty challenge.
Danger averted for now.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Beckham. Hazard. Mbappe.
Van Dijk
is there to clear. Beckham.
Tries to play it through. And it's been played through. Oh, that was vital. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe. And Jamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kvaratskhelia, a player who needs no introduction. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Zanetti. Now it's Eto'o. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Beckham with a real chance here.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Beckham! Kvaratskhelia has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And he plays one through. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. The action has already started. There's the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Now can he... Oh, shooting chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Cristiano Ronaldo touches it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They've played it short. Here comes the cross. And he's there to clear it. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. Good take, and is he in? It's a loose ball. Can he get on the end of this? Pedro Neto gets flagged offside. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's picked his way through. Diogo Dalot providing an outlet on that flank. Roberto Baggio, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, super ball. Pele! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Strong running down that left flank. Cruyff, there he goes. And the shot! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is a little undercooked. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Pele, played out to the right. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. That's a decent clearance.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Here's Rafael Leao. And here's Messi. Takes a shot! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Manchester United were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
Manchester United absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Manchester United will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up.
And the game has already resumed here.
And it's been taken short. Plays it across. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Shoots! Off the post!
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Cruyff. Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Tries to thread one through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Great chance! This time, surely! Oh, extraordinary.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Diogo Dalot.
It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Decent chance!
Oh, it's come loose. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
And here's Messi. Early ball. He rises! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Bruno Fernandes.
Half an hour gone in the second half.
Nuno Mendes.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And that is as far as they're going to go. The ball has bounced loose now.
He's found a way through.
And the ball's come loose here. Vitinha.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And that is it. The referee has seen enough.
So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now it's Pelé. Cruyff is flagged offside. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And it's Baggio. Threads one in.
Decent chance!
They want to be quick to recover this. And he's really put himself on the line here. He slings it in. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper, because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
Tries to thread one through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got tall! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Roberto Baggio clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Decent chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Now it's Messi.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Slovenia really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Roberto Baggio, Pelé.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's a key interception. Slovenia do have a chance to counter here. Can he latch on to this? Beckenbauer defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Just eases him off the ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Goes for a shot! Marvellous goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Pelé, and this is Cruyff. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
He's has a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Baggio producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he was quick to react. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. Neither of these two want to come off second best. 75 minutes played. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Slovenia really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's Pelé! And yes, it's there! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it. No, that's been intercepted.
Manchester United can consider themselves just about safe now. Nicely spread. Played back in. Pele! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Substitution.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
There will be 5
Crosses it
minutes
in.
added time.
Oh, what a climb! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's superb. Chance, surely! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Manchester United, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Cruyff voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're... Roberto Baggio! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Over to the left. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. It's Pele! It's a goal! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Baggio, he's shifting through the gears here. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Vestergaard. Højbjerg. Vestergaard. Now Højbjerg. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Højlund. Thuram. Lahm. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Look at the space here, and he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Oh, good spread. Isaacson gets into a good position. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's neat. Swings in across. And he's there to clear it. Vieira. Now it's Pelé. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Isaacson. Now it's Højlund. Now it's Isaacson. Eriksen. Spread out to the left. Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Played out to the left flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
He's having a shot! A whisker away from making it 4.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Oh, super find. Now it's Højlund. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Manchester United are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. There's the start of the second half. Now it's Højlund. Now it's Eriksen.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball.
Isaacson. Vieira wins the duel this time. And this is Messi. Tries to pass it.
Can he finish? Sticks it away!
And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
That's very neat. And this is shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
70,987.
Baggio producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Vieira, shot could be...
Takes a shot! Off the post! This time, surely!
Lahm delivers.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Højlund.
Out to the right.
Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. Messi. Now it's Messi.
And there's the shot! He's got a goal!
It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now that looks a decent ball. He's being urged to shoot.
Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio.
Under intense pressure.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally...
Messi! It's bounced back off the post. And he can't find the net.
Messi really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Mela. That has been slung wide. And it's Eriksen. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a promising position. Crosses it in. Well, there's the clearance.
Beckenbauer. Roberto Baggio.
Oh, a delicate chip through. And this is Messi.
And the shot! He's put it wide.
Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Vieira. Can he get it through? Hangs in across.
4 added minutes.
Kasper
have been
Schmeichel
indicated.
deals with that nice and simple. 4 added minutes on the board. Nicely spread. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's it. Manchester United pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Roberto Baggio gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. This looks promising. Played out to the left flank. Lahm gets good distance on it. Thuram attempts a clearance. Can he get on the end of this? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hit into the middle, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That's good vision.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations. There he is, the one they call the Divine Ponytail.
Well, that is his trademark, isn't it?
Yeah, and everything connected to that ponytail is footballing perfection. His guile, his passing, and his goals are things of legend.
And he's picked out the run.
And he shoots! Goal, Ukraine!
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Look at the space here. Mudryk.
Decent chance!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Dovbyk clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Zinchenko plays it short. Cross into the box. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Not the most convincing of passes. Cruyff going full tilt down the left. He's in space and looking for options. He is just caressing the ball. Cruyff! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Drilled in low. Oh, it's come loose. That's a good ball out wide. Zabarnyi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well,
Real chance! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. They have come roaring back.
well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Out to the right.
Oh, nice touch. Could try cutting inside here. It's out for a goal kick.
Maldini.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Manchester United are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Baresi cuts out the pass. Shoots! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have...
It's Pele! That's another chance! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Dovbyk. Now it's Pele. So what can they make of this? He has a look up. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Lionel Messi.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 7, Modric.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Manchester United blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
There's the header! He's scored! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Roberto Baggio.
Manchester United are having a ball here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Steaming Messi! They want to be quick to... Oh, what has happened here? Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Substitution for Ukraine, number 8.
Ukraine making another change
Coming on
here.
the field, number 20, number 21.
Keeper's dealt with that. Ukraine have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Dovbyk. And it's Buyalski. Baresi. Vieira. Roberto Baggio being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And the shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Tries to play it through.
Oh, good take in a good area. Takes a shot! Goal! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. That has been slung wide.
Oh, good read.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's forced to go back. And he's worked it through. Plenty.
He's had a shot! The whistle has gone, and it is all over.
What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Hello, attendees.
Roberto
This is
Baggio,
a
hat-trick
children's
scorer,
announcement.
massive game from him today. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And he's there to belt it away. And it's Cruyff.
Picked out Pele! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Thuram. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Pele. Oh, such a clever touch. Shot could be on. They're urging him to shoot. Crossed into the... Oh, smashing header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Messi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And it's Cruyff. That's a cute ball. That's a decent clearance. Now the ball's gone astray. And here's back. Has a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. He's in a great position here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Thuram is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And he's intervened well there. Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Pele. Indonesia trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Always onto this, and this is Cruyff. And the shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab it.
Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. (3-0), and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Pele. That's a nicely shaped... It's Baggio! Oh, brilliant save.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Keeper's dealt with that. Flings in across. there's the end of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Manchester United are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And we're off again. Indonesia finding their passes. Here comes the cross.
Indonesia clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Vieira. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great vision. Thinks about... And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence.
The attendance for this match was 71,600.
Looking for the run. And this is Roberto Baggio. Takes a shot! They've scored! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Substitutions taking place.
Indonesia choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
It's become a case of men against boys. That has been slung wide. That is lovely. Delivers the ball. Baggio getting this one clear. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Messi receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Substitution.
Indonesia have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Pele! Oh, he really got hold of that.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Nicely shaped ball. Spread neatly. They've got a corner here.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 15.
Manchester United are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Baggio being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty...
He's gone for goal! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
He rises! It's there!
And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Number 21. Thuram.
And it's Messi. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. It's a promising position, but across it goes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Indonesia do have a chance to counter here. Goes looking wide. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's picked his way. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And with that, the final whistle. Manchester United looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch, and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them.
And we come to you now.
Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.